Hi guys, it's me Karen, and I've come to do a picture in Magical Dawn by Hanna Karlzon. And I'm just going to give you a reminder that we are coloring this book in the same colors. So I am bringing in skin color tones this time though. But the rest of the colors will be either the green, the pink, the purple, or blue. But I wanted to do this page over here, and I really didn't want to do her skin in any other colors other than skin colors, so I pulled out some pencils to color her in, and we will get started. I'll put the camera down a little bit so you can see it better. All right, so we're going to first start off with we got light peach. I'm going to kind of put a little base down around the edges of her face, her nose, the sides of her face, chin. Not going all the way in though, just keeping it on the outside basing area, and a very light touch when we're putting this down, so we're not coloring it in big and bold, but we are laying down a color on it. So just little circles or little lines, whichever you're more comfortable in doing. And we'll put a little color in here. Very lightly. And we're going to take this color, because she has a great big jewel piece on her forehead. Normally you would bring some of this up into that area, but we can't do that. She's got something there. So I'm going to go down her nose. And she has a little bump here, so we kind of exaggerate that a little bit by making a little more color there. Bring it down across the bottom of the nose here, up on the little side, on this side. Okay, so we have a little bit of color there. I know, not much. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, putting a little bit of color over here. Very light touch on this. Now, kind of across from her mouth, we're going to start her cheekbone, but it's across and up, because you want it in between the mouth and the nose. So right about in this area, when you bring your color out, you want to bring some of that out into that area. Don't go up too high. She'll look like she has a lot of makeup on when we get done with this. She has an ear in here somewhere, so that is part of her skin. She's got a lot of hair covering that, so we don't know exactly where it is. We want to go down her neck and put coloring down here, under her chin. We also, on this side, want to put some coloring down here. Bring it across under her lip, where her chin would be. And then there's a shadow under there. And up here on the side of her face, where her chin is rounded, just bring some color in there too. And you can tell this is a very light touch. I'll bring some of that coloring up here under this eye. This side of the face is going to have a little bit of a shadow coming from her nose. So I want to make that just a bit darker. I'm going to put a little here around her eye too. Okay, light enough, but you know you have color all over here. But it is a very, very, very light coloring. We want to put some going up to this eye too. So we'll put a little in here. And kind of bring it down very lightly in this area, kind of giving her a definition to her nose. Okay. Okay, we're going to bring in some peach now. So this is 939, and we're just kind of going to around the edges and darken up what we already have. So we'll just start here. Still going on a very light touch. Bring some of that up there. And we're going to bring it down the side of the face here. Her hair and her flowers will be shadowing this area, so we want that darker, along with her other side of her face here. So we're just going to add some of the darker color in here. You can easily put down too much color in these areas, especially with the Prismacolors. So you want to really do it lightly so you don't have to do any erasing. I mean, I've done a skin tone before where there's some hollow points under there, so we'll do that. Anyway, when I was doing a face before, I got it way too dark and had to go over it a lot with a white, the Prisma white pencil. It turned out okay, but I mean, if you go with it lightly like this first, it probably will end up a little bit better, just because you don't have to worry about all that extra color on there or a wax blooming on it or anything. So just keep that in mind when you are laying down your color. You want to do it very lightly. And we're just kind of going over the same areas that I put it down before. Under her chin and lip again. Out into her face here. We'll be going up in to the shadow we put down on this side. Going up the nose. We will be putting down about 4 layers of different colored pencils on this, so if she looks a little splotchy, it's okay, because we will be putting down different colors on top of these colors. Just want to round out her chin again. Darken the area under her neck here. Back over here in that corner. Kind of work it into the hair there. Okay, we're going to add a little bit more of it on, I want to keep it on the same. I made a little divot in the pencil. I want to keep it on that. I'm going to add a little bit more over here on her nose, up in this area a bit, because we do have a shadow on that side of the face. I want to run it in her eye a little bit more here. Do a little bit under her eye. We're just starting the shading, so bring this up a little higher and a little darker. I'm not putting any more pressure, I'm just putting on another layer of the pencil. So just running it around, kind of blending it out into the cream of the paper also. And then we'll make it darker down here, where skin's getting close to her hair. Okay. Next color we're bringing in is Deco Peach, and that is 1013. This comes in the 150 set. If you don't have this one, you can find a light pink that is in your set. Just be a little lighter on it. I'm going to see if this one... So this one has a little bit more of a purple tint to it, and this is pink rose. We'll be using that later. Trying to find one. Deco Peach is a really cool color. It's just not in any other sets. But since I have it, I'm going to use it. We're kind of going to go over everything again. We're putting a very light pink tone on the skin now instead of all this yellow. Very lightly again, just touching all that. So I'm sorry, I'm concentrating here. Just going over everything. Bringing it out towards the center of the page. We are still leaving these areas paper. We haven't touched those with colors yet. We're gonna do that the last part. I'm not too worried about going over these little things. I can use an eraser. It's more important to get, well, I think it's more important to get her face looking as nice as it can look. Your earrings can come later. Along with her other jewelry. Okay. We're going to add a little more of this color, the Deco, down in here and bring it up into the face a little bit. Up into that cheek. A little more over here in the chin. Such a light color, but you can get a nice blend with that. I'm going to want to darken that cheek up a little bit, but that'll come with time. Okay. Play with it until you feel like you've done enough on it. Then we're going to bring in some Nectar, and we're going to go in where the shadows are, under her hair, so it's a little darker color, but again we're doing it in a nice light touch. So you don't get lines like that, but I'll work that out. Darken up her eye here. Do her cheekbone again. Very lightly here, because it is a darker color. I'm sorry, I hope I'm talking loud enough. I have the mic in a different position on me, and it's a new mic. I'm trying. I'm not a very loud speaker when I am coloring. I try to give you the best I can, but I can only do so much. Just darkening up all the things we've already gone over. We did not put any color in there. Oops. I'll go back with the light peach. Put a little color under her nose here. And then the peach, just because we need a little more shadow there. And the Deco pink, just because we put it everywhere and we didn't put it there. Alright, now back with our Nectar here. A little too dark. Oh, it's okay. It's a shadow anyway, right? I'll blend that in. Just over everything that we did before. Getting that a little too dark there. Go in with some peach, light peach, and see if I can knock that back a little bit. We really didn't want it that dark. No, we'll figure it out. Do a little darker up here. Said it's a lot easier to go in with the extremely light touch and then add more color, especially on a face, than it is to take it out. I'll add a little white in there later. All right, then we have another color. Hold on. All right, we're bringing in kind of a scary color, but we need some shadowing that's a little darker than that. So this is a dark umber, and it's a 947. And because we want shadows on this side from her nose, and because her face is turned halfway, we're going to take it up here on the top. Again, you want to do really light coloring here. It's a dark color. You want to do it gently and pull it out. So just on top of all the other colors you've been using. Just really careful, because it is so dark. You don't want to be lifting this up and all your other little layers. We're going to go onto her nose a little bit and knock down that corner piece, just because she doesn't really need that pointy of a nose. Okay. We're gonna, where her lips come up, there's a little piece of, dent there. So we're gonna go down to that mark, bringing the dark all the way to here. So, up on her face here, around her eyes, down her cheek. Bring these two together, bringing some of that color up and into this light spot. Down, there's a shadow under her nose. To that point there. We're going to get it next to her face, or her lip, sorry, under her lip here where her chin is. Very lightly bring it out to round out her chin a bit. Down and around here. You're going to go across the face, but you're just going to get really light over here. just kind of basically going on that line so you don't bring too much of it in, but you have to have a little bit there. It's the darkest spot on her face. Okay. Anywhere there is a curl or a hair that would cast a shadow, you would like to put that there. And down under her chin. And up on her hairline here. And going up this side of her face, where the hair touches. Make sure we get a nice shadow there too. I'll probably shadow underneath her beading here. So very, very, very lightly add in a tiny shadow there. And then we're going to add some of this to her eye. I'm putting a little more pressure here. We're going to trace this line around here. So darkest where that line is, and then bring up some of that color. Right into the other colors we have there. We can blend that in with the other colors also when we get a chance. But make sure that that line is the nice and darkest. Bring some of that color out and up. We're also going to bring it under her eye. Very lightly blend it into the other colors. And bring a tiny bit of that out. To shadow up a little bit more of her cheekbone. Just a bit. Okay. Okay, we're going to bring in the Nectar again and just go over the areas, kind of putting a little tiny bit more pressure on there just to blend in that brown. Not a whole lot of pressure, but a little bit. So I guess medium pressure. Just going over all the brown area. Kind of bringing it out into the other colors. And hopefully this will. I'm just going to keep blending backwards, I guess. So we're going to go in with the medium colors and bring them in with a medium pressure. She's getting quite a dark cheek there, but okay, we'll go back in with the, could go upward. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm not liking how dark that got, so I'm just going to erase a little tiny bit of it. It's very light pressure with this eraser, so I don't go down all the layers. Well, hopefully, but I didn't like it. Okay, I'm going to go back in now with the light peach and kind of blend everybody together here. I still will not bring it down too much into the white areas, which is her bridge of her nose, this area here, this triangle, and this area along with here. I want to keep those still kind of light. So I will probably go over those with a white pencil. But here I'm just going to take it and blend it up into those areas. So pick a spot that you want, lightly put it here, and then push harder when you get towards the outside of it, so it'll blend that color in. So here you can put a nice light layer and then blend it as you go down towards the crease. Same here, you want to bring that color in towards the eye instead of out, just because you don't want a stripe of something going in an area you don't want it. Okay. Hopefully that helped that area out a little bit. Same here with the neck. Go in and then bring it down. Same here, we want to blend this, but we don't want to push the darkness up into the light area. Okay, I'm going to bring in the white. Make sure there's no color on the tip of that, and that's just your PC 938. And anywhere that I think needs to be a little lighter, we will just bring in the white and lighten it up a tiny bit. I'm gonna bring this color up, and I'm gonna just kind of burnish that a little bit with the white. I'll bring in some peach on top of that, but I want these areas to stay a little lighter, so blend it, but keep it a little bit lighter. Okay, then we will bring in the light peach and kind of go over very, 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 very lightly the white we just put down. I want some color there, but I don't want too much. And I hope you can't hear that, but somebody's hammering in the backyard. So I'm going over it very, very lightly just to add color to it. So it's not just white. Okay, I think I'm gonna put a little pink over here, so I'm gonna go in with the pink rose. Excuse me. Just pinken that up just a bit. The same to her chin and her nose. And just kind of highlight her chin a little bit. Her cheek. I think I said chin. So sorry. Well, I'm not the best with faces, but I mean, I think she looks okay. She'll look better when she gets her eyes done. So what we'll do, I think this got a little too dark up here too. I'm just going to take the eraser and take out some of that. Just right in that area. I wanted it dark, but I don't think I wanted it that dark. So we'll go in with Nectar and kind of clean that up a little bit. Okay, that looks a little bit better to me. I play with the face until I like it, and then it could take hours. That's why I don't usually do these on camera. Okay, we are going to blend all that together. We're going to take the Caran d'Ache blender here and see if we can't get a smoother blend to this. So just lightly, you don't need to push real hard with this. Just lightly go on there. And blend the areas that didn't look like they got blended too well. Careful going over the ink lines. Sometimes they will blur with this, and then you'll get a dark color in your face that you spent a lot of time trying not to make it look like it was streaky. Okay, it's the neck. I'm not happy with that part, but it'll be okay. All right, I'm gonna darken up her eye here a little bit. This is just going back in with the brown, dark umber. And add a line there. That's not going to bother me. clean off my eraser and we will get that taken care of. Okay. I think she looks all right. We'll give her some lip color here. So we're just going to go in with, oh, what color? Process red. Give her some brightness in this part of her lip, and then I'll go and get the black raspberry. But I wanted a little bit of brightness in there. So what do we got? We've got the raspberry. Find the pencils, black raspberry, and I'll go with the peach. Okay. So black raspberry first in the darkest spots. Should be a little darker than what I just put down. Okay, then we'll bring in the raspberry. Same thing. Then in with the peach. This is light peach, so I can use the bigger one. Then we're just going to bring those two colors together here, or three colors. Okay. Add a little more color coming down here. Kind of need it darker on that side because that's the darkest side of her. So we'll add a little darkness over there. This is black raspberry putting down. Just to darken that side of it. Then we'll go back in with the peach and blend it up a little bit better. I'm going to put a little white Posca on her too. We'll do that a little later. And we will go with her eyes. Now her flowers are, let's see if you can see the bottom of the flowers here. They come out as a leaf, and then this looks like a berry to me. So this will be green. So all these little leaves are going to be the green color. The berry will be a mix between the purple and the blue. So I think we'll give her blue eyes. Let's see, here we go. Our 3 blue pencils, which are indigo, slate blue, and this is not the blue I want. I need to get the other color. Skylight blue, or blue light sky, or the one that I always have problems pronouncing. I had cloud blue in my hand, and I do not want to use that one. And I don't see it in the tin, so if you hold on just a second. Okay, sky blue light. So we'll go in this section and this section with the blue. with the slate blue. That first one was indigo. I'm not going to worry about this. It's going to be her pupil. I'm going to make it bigger. And then we'll go in with the, I gotta sharpen that, sky blue light. Need a better point than that. Okay. Just blend those colors together with that one. Okay. Then we will take the black, which is out here somewhere. And we're going to bring that pupil right up into her eyelashes here. We're going to make it all black. We're also going to bring some tiny lines out into her eye, just to give it a little better look there. Nice sharp lines. Okay, and we're also going to give her a little more eyelashes. So we're going to take the black up first on the whole line here. And then we're going to bring out some of these. Turn your pencil so you have a sharp line coming up. Give her a little mascara. Same with the bottom lines. You want to bring some out. Same on the other side. Do the line. Eyeliner first. And there we go. I will still put, let's see, Posca. Hopefully this is the good one. Yep, okay. So we're going to put a little light down here on her lip. And we're going to lighten the white line, or the black line on her upper lip. Like that. We're going to put shine in her eyes, and that will bring her to life a little bit. So that will be part one, her face. I may work a little bit on this by blending that just a little bit better, or try. But that's it for part one, and I will see you in part two, where I do her hair and her foliage. Berries. Earrings should be easy. I did not do her eyebrows because I want them the same color as her hair, and I haven't quite figured out her hair yet. So, I will see you in part two. I hope you all had a great time. Sorry it took so long, and I hope you all have a great day. See ya. Bye-bye now. Take care.